Good morning to you all. First, very pleased, and I know I'm saying it on behalf of my country, men and women, and also government, to have you here is a badge of honor for us, and not only in the footballing aspect, but also in many other ways. So I wanted to start on note of welcoming you. And I do that starting with the friends and brothers who are here, all of you, starting with my brother, friend, Gianni, the president of FIFA, and also my younger brother and friend, Patrice, the president of CAF, and a singular honor to recognize each one of you here today in your capacities also, and thank you for being available for this event you organized to take place here in our country. I will not take so much in terms of introduction, but the two brothers I'm sitting with here at the high table, on this end of it, I have known for a long time, not only just known, but also shared many things, and our minds are more or less synchronized on what to do for sport, for football, famously for that, but also how that translates into tangible things to improve lives, and particularly for our continent, the continent of Africa. They have so much in them to give, and I have love for Africa as well. I have enjoyed working with them, I have enjoyed knowing them, and as I said, we are a family. It's not just a friendship. And so do we feel we extend that to you or get that from you, those who have honored us to be here for this. Now, I do politics for a living, if I may start with that. But I also make sure that I have to do or get involved with good politics. It's not just politics, it has to be good politics. And because of that background, I find almost in everything politics, or there is a convergence between politics and everything else. And that is not by accident. It's because there are similarities irrespective of whatever sector you're looking at. If you look at sports teams, clubs, whatever, from football to any other sport, builds on a number of things. And it becomes similar to everything we do in politics. whether it is government or any other kind of politics. It's about leadership. You have to have leaders. You have to have a vision. And then when it comes down to details, you find in our daily exercise of duty, we want to work as a team, whether it is football or any other sport or government and so on. In the same exercise of duty, we want to be also humble about it. That's what will give us maximum results. There is humility in what we do so that we maximize the benefits and the outcomes of whatever we do. We find competition. We have to be competitive in whatever we do. This is all for maximizing on the outcomes of what we do. We have to work together, not only as teams that are involved in doing whatever specific task, but we also think about others beyond our specific teams. These are even the funds. If you have a government, like I lead one, you see all that through it. It's a government, it's a team, but a team serving what purpose? It's for the citizens of our country. Apart from a vision, therefore, you also have to have an ambition. You have to have a drive. You want to achieve. And in this achieving, there is nobody excluded, including yourself. Maybe start with yourself. Achieving gives you a level of satisfaction. But do you want to achieve alone? Do you want to be satisfied alone? Then you have breached certain rules of the principles I was talking about, because you can't be happy alone until members of the team and beyond are also happy. So that means you have to be thinking of others. And I find that convergence every day, whichever way you look at it. Convergence, whether it is government, whether it is clubs, whether it is teams, whether it is whatever, in whatever sport, or particularly in football. And since we are here for football, I'll just confine my remarks a little bit now to that. The ladies, the distinguished ladies and gentlemen who are here with us, I'll just try to find a message for you. And that is, this is football we are talking about globally. That's why you have the president of FIFA and his team here. But there is Africa as well, and this is what all of you represent. You have president of CAF. So, therefore, if we carry in our minds that convergence we're talking about, we have a duty to football, but we have a duty to Africa as well, and to the Africans. So what do we aspire in delivering our mission as representatives, as leaders in football, as a sport? but also what that means to our continent, our African continent. None of us here does not know our problems. And we have our problems, whether it is in politics, as I said, but I will spare you that for today. I won't talk about it. And in fact, then that means we also have problems in our football organizations and setup. And we affect each other. There again, there is that convergence. So for football, whether you are new leaders here today or have been there before, it's all the same. We know what we represent and what we want. So what is our mission? What do you feel, you individuals, that you should be looking at or doing differently for us to be able to deliver our mission of improving, whether it is politics or particularly football on our continent? I guess this is our task. I'm not going to tell you what, because you know, and you know better than me, or in your discussions, I'm sure you'll be talking about that. But I will say, because of the vision, because of the ambitions, because of our knowledge of what is possible, and the leaders who spoke before me mentioned that, then we can really start doing exactly that. We can start doing what we need to do that is different, that is going to deliver on progress of football, development of football on our continent, the management of football on our continent, and deliver better results for all those of us who love football. And I mean, it's going to be the 1.2 billion people of Africa. I don't think there's anybody on our continent who does not love football. And in fact, in loving football, and if we made progress, if we succeeded, we tend to succeed in all other things, including my field, which I said was just about politics. So, can we change our mindsets? This is what I tell my people here in Rwanda, in the field I'm responsible for. There's not a single day that passes without me telling my fellow countrymen and women that, one, we need to look up to ourselves and know that there are things we can do for ourselves and deliver on our improvement, on our development. There are others we cannot do. Maybe we don't have resources in place to do that, but it doesn't mean that tomorrow we won't have those resources or we don't have that capability. So we build towards that, making sure that what we can't do now, we can do tomorrow. And it does not even preclude that we are going to work with partners. Partners bring a lot to us. And in fact, sometimes, and many times, they fill the gaps that exist. In that area where I said, there are things we cannot do now, but we can do tomorrow. Sometimes they come in between and fill the gaps, and we find in the partnership we have been enabled to do things we thought we were not able to do. But the mindset has to change. All of us here in this room have got to start thinking of doing things differently, thinking about the mission we have, the mission that goes beyond us as individuals, but serves the purpose of people who love football, or even those who don't love it, we want to make them love it. And the mission goes on. But knowing that also football is part and parcel of the politics of our development, the development of the continent. So it's a pleasure for me to have this opportunity, this sort of turning point where there are new leaders, there are new mindsets, there are people, young and old, who really have always been asking this question and trying to answer it when it comes to Africa. Africa, Africa, Africa endowed with so much, so many of us here, capable and should be. But why do we always lag behind on everything, including football or different kinds of sport? We have the talent, enormous talent, probably more and better than you know it in the world. But we only excel, we do well when we are elsewhere, not here. I mean, it must be a question we should really get hold of and find answers for. And I don't mind elsewhere. Elsewhere, this is what I was talking about in terms of partnership. We want to be partners, good partners with the rest of the world. But good partners to be, we must also be ourselves and our best selves, because that is possible. And I'm sure you will answer that as you keep discussing. And for us, we just more than happy as a country, and me personally, and as a team of government, we always are happy, we are always happy to find ourselves contributing even the least bit of what we can, as long as we all come together and serve the bigger purpose. Yes. So we look upon you, we look up to you. We are looking up to you for your contribution as well, for your ambition, and to fit in the vision that has already been set by your leaders, our leaders in this area. But please, mindset change, doing things differently, connecting with people, do things that you are happy about, but be sure that you are not happy alone. You are happy with others. So, the others that we serve. To end, I just, on a lighter note, I wanted to personally also recognize somebody in the audience who has already been recognized, Arsene Wenger, who is, and there are many reasons I want to do that. It's because he has been, he used to be a coach of my beloved club, which is Arsenal. And not only that, it's just not the beloved club, but he was also an excellent coach. So there was a combination of him coaching my most beloved club in the world. I haven't changed my mind even when he left or when things are not going so well. I'm still in love with the club. But I wanted to recognize him and thank him and also tell him that he did a good job with the club. That is my personal opinion. I'm not passing a statement on behalf of anybody. And I think he will therefore do a good job with the FIFA for the football development. So thank you. We are happy to have you here, Asim, and I wanted to personally mention this. So thank you very much.